Hey everybody, Jim Malone here, comes to you live on a Dallas trading floor. Well, it's Wednesday and the market has been pulling back once again. Man, I tell you, it's getting more and more difficult. I do think that we're getting to we may be getting to where the market turns over. I got stopped out of a position this morning, and but I did enter a new position in Newmont Mining. Seems to be doing well. It seems as if the indexes are just kind of they're all over the place. So without further ado, let's take a look, kind of get into the slides here a little bit, see what we can make out of this market. Just kind of see where we can go here. Let's kind of get this right sized here. There we go. All right. So basically, the market trend is still under pressure, and the futures were really grim this morning. I think it's firmed up a little bit as into the trading day, but we're still well below 14,000 on the Nasdaq, and that's a really important number. And unfortunately, we took a little bit of a slide down today, about 0.75. The S&P is also down as well, and the Dow Jones is down. So all three major indices are down, and that is weighing on the market. But it's not all bad news. There are some stocks that are actually going up, and interestingly enough, one of the ones, and I wish I was in this one. I was talking about this. I've been talking about this for months, and of course I didn't need to eat my own dog food here. But Zim Integrated Shipping. This is the Israeli shipping company, doing fantastic. It's up $3.30, which is almost 8%. Just incredible. I think we're a little bit too late to get into this one, but there you go. Also, I wanted to point out this Silvergate Capital Corp. I believe this is a silver miner, but I'm not sure about this. I don't know that much about this one. Now, with the good news, there's always the bad news, and the bad news is we've got some real sliders here. The biotherapeutics, this section's all doing bad, and it's just such a tough market to trade. I did enter a position in Newmont Mining. There we go. We're back. I don't. Sometimes it just kicks out. It kicks that camera out. So let's get back to basically the stocks that are down in price. We went through this, and then I want to show you a trade that I did make today. It's it's kind of a we'll see how this one does. It's a bear put spread on a company called SolarEdge, and let's see if we can pull that up here. There we go. I'm just pulling that up right now. Okay, it's a bear trade on this this stock called SolarEdge. Let's see if we can. There, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit easier to deal with. Oh, goodness gracious, just not letting me go to the right thing here. So hopefully, there we go. All right, so here we are, SolarEdge, and basically what this company was doing fantastic about 3 months ago. It was just doing great. It was number one. It was in the number one category. Well, I tell you, things have changed a lot in the last 3 months, because right now the area that SolarEdge is in, the sector of the economy, is 197 out of 197. So it's dead last, and it just seems like this sector isn't doing very well. So what can we do? Well, if we do a bear put spread, we can make money as the stock is going down. So that's really kind of what I'm looking at, and right now the stock is up, but as you can see, the general trend is down. So hopefully I'm right on this one. Lots of volume up, but it is filling the gap here. So basically what I did today is I went out and I bought the 18th June put, and then I sold simultaneously the 230 put June 18th to 30-foot, and it's for a net debit of $572. And basically what that does is that's the limit of my risk there on this trade. I can possibly make as much as $428 if we get to if we get to $230 or less. So this is the payout table as we stand. So as hopefully as it moves lower, it'll move into this payment zone. So the maximum on one contract gain on this one is $428. But these are the kind of trades that I kind of try to do to show kind of what can be done, even in a market that's going lower. And definitely that's the case with this market, at least for right now. So kind of want to give you a look-see at the chart. There we go. A look-see at the live chart for Solar Edge to kind of give you an idea of how this trade should work if everything goes correctly. And basically, if it continues on this track, which I do believe it will do, and then moves basically from where it is here down to about $10 less, down to about the 430 range, and it's the 230 range. It's currently at 233. So if it declines from here, then it will pay all the money. But you can see this relative strength. It's just amazing drop. This area this is right now solar energy area sector of the economy in the stock market is 197 on 197. So I am anticipating this will pull back. Now it's pulling up right now to the 21-day line, but hopefully that's just a dead cat bounce, and hopefully I entered at the right place. Well, anyways, I'll keep you up to date on this one, but it's a kind of an interesting way to play the market. And so without further ado, let's kind of take a look at some stuff from Matt. Thank you, Matt. And I mentioned this in my monologue here. Zim is doing fantastic, and unfortunately, I'm not in this one. I've been talking about this one forever, and sometimes you need to eat your own dog food. And I definitely need to eat my own dog food on this one. It's up on the day. It's up almost 8%. It's just amazing. Currently 45.14. And when I started talking about, of course, was the breakout here in March had 22. So just shows you they came through and they just had tremendous quarter, and it's just looking very good. Unfortunately, I don't really see another buy area for this one. It's just so difficult because it's just going straight up. So what I would recommend now, you could possibly buy it off of, if it pulls back to the 10-day line and then bounces, that might be a place that you could buy it. I probably wouldn't buy it right now just because it's pulled up, but this one just looks like it's on fire. There was a short consolidation here, just 3 days, and then boom, it just went right up. So this has got a relative strength of 98, just doing fantastic. The ship transportation group, also excellent at 8 out of 197. This is why it's so important to look to see kind of where in the market the capital is moving to. And currently, it's definitely moving into the shipping area. So that is a tremendous stock, Matt. And thank you very much for bringing that up. Let's look at DAVA, see kind of what's going on there. DAVA, and take a look. And that's it's a UK-based property. I don't really know much about this one. It's in a buy zone though right now, so that might be a place possibly to get into it. A little bit, computer technology services, one of the few computer areas that's holding up very well. 77 out of 197. So I definitely want to look there. It's definitely in a buy zone right now. The buy point on this is 91. It's currently trading at 92.91. So let's kind of give it the smell test here. It's got 100%, so it's smelling pretty good. This one's possibly a very good company. It's just looking really great on the stats. Now I heard it said, and it's very interesting, there are some people that are considering moving into some of the European-based stocks. I guess you could call a UK-based company European somewhat. But this might be a good area. I think it looks very strong, and it's potentially buyable. Now, on the other side of this other end of the spectrum, I did make a buy in Newmont Mining today, symbol NEM, I think it is NEM. This is the world's largest. This is the world's largest gold miner. Now it has pulled back a little bit. It's a little bit down, but overall, it's still in the buy zone. And this one is, these are tough to buy, these commodity stocks, but this one is still in the buy zone. I bought it a little bit higher than this. I think it was about 74 where I bought it. It's pulled back. We'll see how it does. I have a fairly tight stop on it at 73, so I may get stopped out of this one potentially. I put that stop tight like that because of this action, but we'll see what happens. This is one that I just went in today, Newmont Mining. Again, this is a very tough market right now to trade. It's just it's kind of going sideways. It's all over the place, so very, very hard. What would be a good opportunity to buy the SPY? Right now the spider has been moving. The S&P 500 has been moving lower, so the spider probably. I don't know if this is the best time to enter the spider. We'll see if it bounces off of the 50-day moving average. Let me bring up the chart here, kind of give you a look-see. But it looks as if on the daily chart we definitely moved down to that 50-day and we've bounced up. So it does seem like that is providing some support there. This possibly could be a place to buy it on this rebound, but this is going to be tough because this is a very, very weak rebound. Let's look at the weekly chart to see. Yeah, this is just a tough market. Currently, the overall for this week so far, the spider is down about 1.7%. So that's telling us something. So if you did enter the spider in this point, and that's probably one of the better plays that you could possibly make right now, would be for that. Now, what I did instead of that is that I increased my holdings of GLD, which is the bullion, the gold bullion ETF. It's currently up, but just slightly, but the volume is up, and it's in a tight pattern here as well. This one right at 175, basically right at the 200-day moving average. Now, what's interesting about this is it's just moved above this very critical level. We'll see if it can hold this. There's been a lot of buying of this today. It looks as if there's a lot of inflation fears right now, and this is definitely one of the ones. This is definitely an inflation hedge going forward. But we'll see how it does. Extremely weak relative strength at 28. Normally, I don't buy them like this. I almost never buy. I never try to buy anything below this black line. That's the 200-day moving average, but it's just moved above that. I don't know if that's a change in direction, but I definitely am looking at it for that. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin. Thanks, Jeet. Appreciate it. Bitcoin had a big sell-off this morning, and again, I was talking about this yesterday, thinking that Bitcoin might be, people might be selling Bitcoin and buying gold, from inflation fears. Don't really know that to be the case, but let's see if I can bring that up. Bitcoin. Let's analyze the chart here for Bitcoin. All right, so let's see if I can get a good price chart on it. All right. Let's look and see if there's any news on it. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. This is why I think, I think that, we have to be careful with Bitcoin right now. It's probably not a good time. It's probably, I would be a little bit careful at this point with Bitcoin, and I would be interested in possibly looking at. Let's see. Let's bring this up here. There we go. So here's the thing, really, and this is an article that I just pulled up. But basically, this was a key level, 40,000. Now, remember yesterday on my TikTok videos, I thought I was going to move down to possibly as low as 30. Currently, it's trading at darn it. Let me see if I can get my camera back here. All right. All right. There we go. We're back. It's currently trading below 40. The key, there's a key level I think is going. We may see some support on it at about 30. That's what the Elliott wave. That's what Elliott wave says that we will. But let's take a look to kind of see. Let's take a look at kind of some of the Bitcoin pricing. See what's out there. And let's see if we can get a live chart for Bitcoin. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, we're continuing to pull back. I do believe, okay, so it's come up a little bit. It was down at 37. I guess it's getting more support here. Let's see if I can get a daily chart. Okay, yeah, it fell below 40,000. And then this morning it was almost, see, I thought it was going to go down to 30, but it didn't quite get there. And then it started to rally up. But the trend on this, at least the short-term trend on Bitcoin, obviously is very much down. And I think that Ethereum is going to be down as well. This part of the problem here is that, unfortunately with Bitcoin, this is the reason why I'm more interested right now in gold, because I do see it as more immune to political pressures. Bitcoin is going to get a lot of political pressures, and everybody says, well, Bitcoin is great because you're anonymous and all that, and it's a digital currency. But here's the problem with that: the governments control the internet to some extent, and they may cut it off. So that's one of the reasons I think some of the smart money at least is taking money from Bitcoin, selling that Bitcoin, taking their profit, especially if they're in it before 10,000, and then going and buying things that are a little bit have less two-party risk. The lowest risk right now is gold, unfortunately, and that probably will see some inward some buying. Let's look at the gold price right now. I want to see what the gold fix is for today. Let's see. Okay, pulling that up right now. Okay, yeah, we're up a little bit. Yesterday, we're up slightly. Yesterday, gold was at 1866. We're at 1870 right now. It's pulled back a tad, but it definitely, I think, is on the way north, at least for right now. So let's kind of look here. Look what the spot prices are. So yeah, we do. It seems to be coalescing right about this 1866 level. And that's very interesting, but it's definitely holding up. It's definitely holding up better than the cryptos. So any good news about Ethereum? It's moving hard. ENPH. A lot of people may be moving out of Bitcoin into Ethereum, but here's the problem with that, of course, is that I don't think that's a good place to hide, because Ethereum is going to have the same issues, unfortunately, that Bitcoin is going to have, but just not quite as soon. So let's look at Ethereum. ENPH. I'm not in either of these. I'm only in gold, and I'm not in Bitcoin. But it looks like Ethereum. Yeah, let's see. No, it's Infra's Energy. Excuse me, I gave you the wrong answer there. Oh, any good news on ENPH? No. Okay, sorry. I thought it was Ethereum. I apologize. I got the wrong chart there. Thanks, Jeet. Let's look at ENPH. I don't know what the situation is with Infra's Energy. I don't know why it is, because it's solar voltaic. It's in the worst industry, Infra's Energy. This may be a dead cat bounce. I went to a short position on SolarEdge, which is a competitor to this company. So I don't know why. I think it looks as if, well, yeah, this is the worst sector right now. Yeah, it's just this is the worst industry group there is. Let's look at the other competitors in this group and see kind of what's going on. And again, industry solar is the worst group. This is in that group. So let's see. Yeah, it's essentially. Let's look at what's in that group. Okay, this is the biggest cap solar, and it just seems to be rallying. What I did is I placed on SolarEdge, which is the second largest, in the group. I did. This is where I did the bear put spread. It may be rallying. I mean, who knows? I mean, this is the overall group. The overall group looks very, very similar to both of these charts. So I do believe it's got a relative strength of 1, which is the worst, unfortunately. It's the worst. So I do expect this group to retreat, but it seems like it's making a stand here, and we'll see what's happening. Let's look at the weekly chart. Yeah, it's just straight down. So I don't know what's driving that higher. I really don't. I don't know. It may be a short squeeze. There is a potential that it would be a short squeeze. So okay, thanks, Gregor. ONTX. Let's look at ONTX. TX and see if we've got. And this is also biotech. Biotech is a very much underperforming sector right now. There's a definite sector rotation going on. Oops, let's see if I can get the right. Let's see if I can get the right chart up there. That would be a good idea. There we go. So this is this is ONTX. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know why there was a pop up here. You know, I don't know why there's a. Well, let's see what I've got. Some. This is interesting. Okay. Somebody said there was an invitation to go live. Couldn't do that, but that was interesting. That would have been kind of interesting. Where do you see the stock market's heading from here? Oh no, this hasn't hit the bottom by any stretch of the imagination. It's got a long way to go down. Okay, develop small drug candidates. Okay, I don't know, but it has a very high relative strength. I don't know much about this one. I can be honest with you. Yeah, it's 66% on the checklist, so that is decent. The ownership is pretty good. Not that many, but the sector. This is where I see the problem. The sector is 142 out of 197, so not the strongest when it comes to the sector. So, you know, here's what I would do on this one. There we go. I can get the audio back, but I can't get the. It seems like we don't have enough bandwidth here. So hopefully I'll just I'll see if I can get the camera back here. No, it's just not. There we go. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. We're just having bandwidth issues, it seems like. So there we go. Thank you, Ms. Jim, for Zim. Oh, hey, great, awesome, cheat, awesome. Yeah, you know, Zim. I should have been eating my own dog food on Zim. It was one of the really good ones. So thank you for that. Let's see if I take a picture of that. Thank you for making that comment. Appreciate it. All right. Do you work for a hedge fund or institution? No. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't think they would hire me. I don't think they would hire me. I wish I did. You know, I'd be making the super big bucks. No, I'm just a regular trader, just like you and everybody else there. This is what I do kind of for fun, but I appreciate the question. I really do. Thank you. I have lots of dogecoin bought at 50 cents. What's the best move now? Ooh, boy, you know, and I don't have any dogecoin, so this is a. Let me look at the price chart for dogecoin. I just kind of want to get something in front of me so I can take a look. Yeah. Okay. So that's all right. Well, let's see if I can put the dogecoin up there and give it sort of a look-see. Okay, so basically this is the chart for dogecoin. It's not the greatest chart because it's in yellow, and I wish this was a better color, but it's from CoinDesk. Right now it's at 35. It looks like it's pulling back even more. Here's what I would do at the very minimum on this one. I'd sell half of my position immediately, and then maybe if it goes below 30, sell the rest. But you got to start lightening up right now. That's the only thing you can do. You got to start lightening up on your position. I do think with this trades in sympathy with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes back up, I could have given you the worst advice ever. But looking at this chart, it appears to me, and this is the longer term chart, it appears to me that this is trending lower, at least in the last few days. Now, a week doesn't make everything, but I'm looking at, a sell-off in dogecoin, and I don't think it's, going to come back at least for a while. Let's look at the year chart here. I just want to see if I'm totally, yeah, okay. We've got a long-term trend here, unfortunately, and I think it's going to be pulling back, and I think the next stop is about 20 cents. That's my take on it. So I think we're going to be at 20 cents probably by the end of the week. And I hate to tell you that. That's terrible. Let's look at the XRP. All right. And XRP is the ETF that follows oil, I believe. Let's look at Gush. I want to look at Gush. What Gush is it's off today. That's, yeah. Oil's been pulling back as of late. Interesting. Okay, well, that was just for fun. So, dogecoin, here's what you got to do. I think, it's probably, I suspect we're going to see 20-cent dogecoin here probably by the end of the week. And so I think what you ought to do, if you have it, figure out what your average cost is. I would sell at least half of my position now to preserve capital, and then if it moves down below about 30, I would sell the rest. But I don't know if you're willing to do that, because a lot of times, if you've made a lot of money, people will hang on. I would be exiting it right now and waiting to see if it bounces, because here's the thing: it could come right back up. But the thing is, if you sell now, preserve your capital, and then wait for it to bounce, and then buy it as it's on an upward trend, then I think you might be okay. But right now it's pulling back, and I think you just got to possibly, maybe not panic sell, but sell half your position so you can sleep at night. That's what I would do. Okay, we're still having a sound problem. Okay, sorry about that. I should have, let me check my sound again here. Up there. Okay, it should be okay. Let's check yeah, okay, good. So, I've been having a lot of problems. I really appreciate when you put that up there, because it helps me a lot. All right, thoughts on SWCH, SWCH. All right, let's get that up. Come on. SWCH, and let's take a look. SWCH, and they develop data centers. Boy, it's up today. This is not an area in the market that I probably would want to be in right now, just due to the fact that there's been a pullback in terms of the investment in a lot of spaces like this. It is moving up. It does have a nice chart with a double bottom. That's a very good chart. It's unfortunately, it's the internet networking silos this is sector of the economy isn't doing as well as it's been doing. It looks like a fairly good stock though, but it only has a relative strength of 40. You know what? I would pass on this one and watch this one. See if it could get up above 1934. That's what I would look at for this one. It does look like a good stock. It does look like a good area. I just think that we have to be a little bit. This is just a tough market to trade in. I'll be honest with you. This is a tough market to trade in, and it's just the kind of thing where we have to be a little bit more careful in terms of in terms of how we're trading things, because it just it's just a difficult market all the way around. Okay, let's see questions from TikTok. So there we go. All right, thank you very much for that. I bought $30 worth of Shiba, and now it's worth 16, so I'm waiting. Okay, well, you may be waiting a while. Oh, I hate to say that. I don't. It's not a good thing to say. Okay, let's see. What do you think about AMC? Okay, the AMC trade's been really interesting. I haven't been in it, but let's see if it's in a short squeeze. The AMC trade has been, has been an interesting one. So let's go back to that AMC chart, and let me pull that up here. Make sure that I've got that up. Oops. Let's go and get that right now. All right, so here's the AMC chart, and it looks like we're still, it's gone after hours. It's still in this tight range here. Here's the thing: this could really pop. This could really pop, but I wouldn't buy it now. I'd wait until it moves above this 1454. Currently, it's at 12. It's at 1264. So here's the thing: it's pulled back. It's been rejected at this level, at this line. So let me see if I can reactivate that line. That's the line that it has to move through, really, to see that it's in that it's going to be moving higher. The main thing here is that there seems to be a lot of resistance at the 1454 level on this. So I would wait until it moves past that, possibly to jump in. But this is going to have to be a quick one. You're going to have to jump in and then possibly jump out. So it's just a tough one to trade right now. All right, so here's a question, Mega How To Man, heavy into SPXL 3x Spider thoughts. I just wouldn't be in this one. I'd be honest with you. I'm not trying to. It's just a little bit rich for my blood, because I think that the S&P 500 is going to continue to pull back. I mean, that's what it's looking like to me. It looks like we're going to get some more pullback, and it's currently in a short-term downward trend. So and this is a 3x. So, I mean, you could definitely get hurt with this one. I'd be somewhat careful. There's been a fair amount of selling here going on today. So people are lightening up on this one. So I would consider possibly maybe not getting out of my position all the way, but I would consider possibly taking half off the table. I would consider selling half of my position right now. Absolutely, this is good advice. Avoid biotech, absolutely, because it's just too tough to trade it. You can do very well, but it also can be very, very, very bad. So be careful. Bio is for amateur traders. I think you're right. Okay. Okay. Where are you in your videos? Where do you work and what you do? Well, you want to know a lot of questions. I'm in Dallas. I'm in guy would be nice. Okay, I actually have my office is up on Preston Road, and you can definitely stop by at any time, just like when I'm not doing the show. Absolutely, Jordan, you can stop by, and we do have I do have another intern here right now. Actually, he's out taking helicopter lessons right now. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we're at 17290 Preston Road, 3rd floor, if you're interested. So yeah, we're definitely here in Dallas. Okay, yeah, absolutely. All right. Ripple XRP. Okay, so this is Ripple. Oh boy, all these coins. I think a lot of people are going to get hurt with coins come this month, unfortunately. I hate to say that, but I do believe it, because I think what's happening is the smart money is selling and everybody else is sticking in there. Okay, this is Ripple. Let's take a look at Ripple. The chart on Ripple. I wasn't really following this one as much. All right, there we go. Yeah, okay, yeah, look at it, same trend. Yeah, unfortunately, Ripple is also a downward trend. I'm not saying that crypto is going away. It's not, but I just think there's going to be a lot of hurt for it right now. I just do, because I think the governments are going to get in there and they're going to restrict it. I mean, just like they always do. They don't really want a freely traded currency that they don't control, and that I think is happening. And Ripple, it's definitely moving lower, unfortunately. 24, it's off 30% in 24 hours. So this is kind of, let's look at the overall trend on it, 3-month chart. Yeah, I think it's going to start to. I think it maybe have peaked at $1.80 back in April, and I think it's probably going to be headed lower. I mean, that's what the chart's showing. So sorry to give you that info on there. All right, crypto. We're talking about some crypto stuff. AMD versus nvidia. For some reason, I am for some reason my camera is frozen on my on my feed here. I apologize for this. I seem to get these issues related to the camera. Hopefully I'll get it back. So let me see if I can restart my camera. There we go. Oh no. Well, at least I have the video. Okay, so at least I have video. So let's see if I can get the camera back. Does not want to let me do this. It's just not letting me. It's just not letting me broadcast here. I don't know what's wrong. Why it freezes like this, but it does. So I will go back to the charts, and let's go back to the charts. And let's look at NVIDIA here. And NVIDIA, yeah, NVIDIA is continuing to move downward. Unfortunately, yeah, it's just one of those things with you know, with the charts the way they are. You know, right now, unfortunately, NVIDIA is probably not the where to be. It had been for a long time. Last year when I started broadcasting, I was very bullish on it, and I was in at about 180 on this. I wrote it up. It was very nice, but I don't think you want to be there now. I don't think it's the place to be. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I got my camera back, but it doesn't have a video. So very disappointing. Okay. What is your opinion of Ethereum? Would be a good. I wouldn't get in. I would personally right now. You don't want to buy it. It's you know, you might be able to make some money, but I think with Bitcoin moving down like this, I think we're going to see, at least for now, at least for the short period of time, I think that Ethereum and all the other coins are going to be selling off. So I just think you got to be careful. I would tend to move to something more substantial than the coins. I'm actually been moving into bullion, gold bullion, GLD, which is an ETF that tracks that. This is the one I've been coming into. I know that I'm not going to make any friends by saying this, but this is probably where you should be, because we're going to have a lot of inflation coming up. Based on the things that I've heard from the Biden administration, I think we're going to have a lot of inflation, and I think gold is probably where you want to be, at least for the short period of time. All right. With this overheated market, are there any value sectors out there that you can recommend? Yes, there is. Basically, there is. It's oil, and you know, I know you're not going to want to hear this, but it's oil. I have been buying Matador Resources. It's doing fairly well. It's off a little bit today, but overall, it's been up. Matador. Also, another one is. MRO, which is Marathon Refining. That's another one I see as a value sector. And then one I bought today, which is Newmont Mining. It's NEM, and that is the world's largest gold mining company. That's right in the buy zone right now. So that's where I would be going. That's where I'm going in the market. And then anything else, I'm basically in cash. Cash, gold, and then oils in the mining. That's sort of where I'm at. And I have only one tech stock, and that's Apple. That's it. All right. What do you think about DOGE? I think it's going to be retreating here a little bit. Let's look at KSM. All right. KSM. And that is Cloud-Based Visible, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know much about this one. 193 out of 197. Probably avoid this one, at least right now. Right now, it's just not a very good market. It's a very tough market to invest. I'm significantly. I'll give you a look-see, kind of where I am in the market, how I'm invested, and this will give you an idea of my small portfolio here, and that's what I think I need to show everyone. Okay, so let's go to, okay, let's go to there, sheets. Okay, so, okay, all right, there we go. Okay, so this is, I have significantly reduced my exposure, and right now this is the portfolio that I am currently, that I currently have. All right. that I'd like to show to you. Basically the situation is this. I'm primarily in cash, as you can see. 75% of my holdings currently are in cash, and currently I am in Matador, Whiting Petroleum, and Newmont Mining, and these are the relative. I'm down on Whiting and Newmont Mining. I'm up on Matador, up about 5% in 21 days. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm mostly in cash, and then in my other portfolios, I'm primarily in gold ETFs right now. So that's sort of where I'm at. Let me see if I can get the camera back here for me. Let's see if I can. Well, I've got the mic back, but I don't have the camera back, and I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this, but I seem to just have trouble with this. Let's see if I can get it back. Right. So, okay, well, we seem to have an issue. Let me see if I can get the camera back. Maybe that's better. Boy, this is really just frustrating. Yeah, just I can't seem to get it back. So let me see if there's an issue. Maybe some of the tabs are. Maybe I can shut down some things here. Let's see what I'm out of. Okay. All right. So maybe it'll give me the. Yeah, it's not giving me the camera at all. Ugh. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. Okay. Well, okay. Oh boy. All right. So let's go back to. All right. All right. So let's see if I can get back to the charts. There we go. All right. So. Okay. So we're back now. Sorry about that. Sorry about that with this camera. I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay. Do oils ETFs track with it? Yes, they do. Absolutely, they do. And that can be a very good way to buy them. But right now, that's probably the best sector of the economy. I just kind of want to show you what sectors of the economy people are going into and what they're moving out of. And this is kind of a tough market, but basically what's happening is these are the top sectors of the economy right now. Oil and gas royalty trust, number one. Retail, number two. This is department stores. Oil and gas, U.S. exploration. This is where the oils are. This is where I'm investing. Retail consumer electronics, oil and gas, steel, retail, transportation, retail. So the only sector that's outside that really you can look at is retail. So retail department stores has been doing well as of late. So let's take a look to see kind of what's in retail department stores. And it's been pulling back, but there are some stocks in the group: Kohl's, Nordstrom's, Macy's, and then Dillard's. So right now the number one in the group is Kohl's. So by strength, this is the number one stock area that's in the retail sector. Now, what's doing well right now? Retail, shipping, and oil. So right now, this possibly could be bought at. There is a buy point on this one at 64.16. It's doing fairly well, and that's Kohl's department store, believe it or not. So that's really the only areas of the economy that are really performing. It's very depressing. Let's look at SWCH. That's of course Chevron. Now, the integrated oil companies aren't doing as well as the E&Ps. As you can see, this is the chart for SWCH. It's fallen below. It's moving down as well. These are going to hold up better than most of them, but still, this is not as good an area. The oil and gas integrateds are 71 out of 197. Now, CVX is the best in that group. There's no question about it. It's the best in that group, but I still wouldn't buy it. I want to get. I'm looking at the E&P companies primarily, and these are the smaller companies that are the place to go here. Well, I have completely wasted another hour of your time. I'm going to have to cut it a little bit short today because I'm having trouble with my camera, and I wish I wasn't having this trouble, but I am. So I'm going to have to cut it a little bit short today. If you want to get on the action trade alerts, and I do send out trade alerts, all the time. Basically, it's super easy. Just go to www.Dallas Trading Floor, first and last name, and we'll put you right on the list. So until tomorrow at 2:30, hopefully I'll have my camera issues figured out by then, and I will see you at that time, 2:30 tomorrow. And until then, happy trading.